Well, hello, and hello. Red carpet's rolled out for you. Come on in. This is the most complete tarot reading on the internet. It's the Tao Manifesting Tarot. Thank you for being here. Reason why it is the most complete and therefore the most unusual tarot reading is the fact that I use more than simply tarot. I've done tarot for over 20 years. I realize it's great at the science of potential. From my experience over 20 years, it really doesn't predict anything. But it does highlight a frequency, an energy signature of potential. Now, to make this tarot reading even more effective, I also combine numerology and astrology, which I've done for over 50 years. And the reason I do that is because you can predict, and I put the word predict in quotes, from numerology and astrology. Why? Because life is cycles. You've heard people say, well, history repeats. We don't study history, so we keep making the same mistakes. Yes and no. I think it's human nature to be dumb, to be stupid, to be ignorant and myopic. So even if we had the chance to learn, I am not exactly sure that we would take advantage of what we learned. But what it does do with numerology and astrology is tell you about cycles in life. The many cycles in life. I can do a reading for a brand new baby and I can tell them about their personality, their traits. I can talk about the high spots and low spots in their lives. I can't get real specific, but that's not important. Life is not meant to be mapped out in detail. You have a basic idea, you go with it. You should tie it in to your 5D spiritual mission, the idea that you came up with before you were born. You should do that, because going from the 5D to the 3D is tough. And you have to find your connection, your 5D connection. That is your tarot energy, your frequency, at least for the moment. So think of it this way. What you have is numerology and astrology. They are showing you the current of your life. It's like going down a river. Your destination is the tarot. And because of where you are in the river, your circumstances may change. You may be in a very calm part, or you may be in a turbulent part. And depending where you are, that frequency, it could be the same, obviously. You got to make adjustments. So that's why I do both of them. Today's reading is fix and repair daily. That's what life is. Again, we're going down that river of life. We're doing the things we have to do to live, and stuff comes at us. I don't care if you're rich, poor, doesn't make any difference. Life comes at you. John Lennon of the Beatles said, life is what happens while you're busy doing other things. And that's the truth. You cannot prepare for everything coming at you. You can't prepare for the battles inside yourself. One day you're happy, next day you're not. Difference? I don't know, it wasn't a big difference. Life didn't change. It wasn't shit one day, great the next day. It wasn't. Why did I feel that way? Life is constantly coming, so it's a question of fix and repair daily. It's mending something in your life that is critical at this point. And you need to get that tarot energy and make an image, a picture in your head, not from a machine, not from a computer, not from AI, not from a smartphone or desktop or none of that. If it comes from outside to you, it does you no good. In fact, it makes you weaker, makes you more addicted. We are extremely addicted to technology. And just remember, in a split second, could be a solar storm, could be an asteroid, could, God forbid, be a nuclear war. Electricity's gone. This moment, you're back in 1800. How are you going to survive? We have completely gotten out of step. It had part to do with capitalism. Happened in the 1700s primarily. It organized then. We'll talk about that some other day. But at that point, we gave up our freedom, our independence, because it was hard. It was hard. So people went into cities to work for somebody else thinking, hey, it's an easy paycheck, found out that's bullshit too. And now, 300 years down from when capitalism officially started, people are out of work left and right. A whole bunch of federal people lost their job today. People who understand artificial intelligence and computers and stuff, they say by 2030, virtually every job's going to be gone. It's going to be robots. How you gonna survive? We've given away our freedom. They scared us on 9/11. Ooh, boogie, 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 boogie. And many Americans threw away their constitutional rights to be safe. Ben Franklin said, if you give up your freedom for security, you don't deserve either of them. He was right. So the whole game here is to break us down. That's why you have to every day fix and repair daily. Is it easy? No. But the end result, man, you don't even want to. You don't even want to. Even if they were kind to us, we lose the power for any of the reasons I gave just a moment ago. You're back in the 1800s. Do you know how to make fire? Do you know how to cook without fire? Do you know how to find food? You get the idea. So it's time to pick ourselves up by our fat asses and fix and repair what needs to be repaired in our life. So using numerology, astrology together with tarot gives you this reading that you can see, hear, and feel. You have to do it in your spirit. So let's begin with the foundational information, something that I call astrologic. Let's use some of that astrology, huh? Today I'm looking at Saturn in Aries, which is Saturn for Western astrology, only astrology as far as I'm concerned. Saturn is in Aries. Aries is very me oriented. It is very aggressive. It's ruled by Mars, so very often Aries is thought of wars and that kind of thing. And there is a war going on right now. It's for our humanity, frankly. Every about 30 years, Saturn comes back to the same spot. Every 30 years. In a person's chart, we would say that's their Saturn return. And around 29 or 30, all of a sudden, people grow up, make major decisions. Same thing when they hit 60, 30 years down the road from that. You go, I'm an old person, how the hell am I going to deal with my life? Major decisions, major turning points. Saturn in Aries really deals with a person's energy. So it's here in Aries right now, alongside Neptune, which is not a good combination. But we'll forget that for a moment. Saturn in Aries, you go back 30 years, and you find interesting things every 30 years. But I'm going to go back all the way to 1905, the year of the Russian Revolution. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty Dumpty back together again. There is a call right now for foundational healing, foundational maturing. In fact, one of the other things that happened in 1905, the year of the Russian Revolution, how about this? You're going to find this interesting. The Canadian provinces of Alberta and Saskatchewan joined the Canadian Federation. Saturn was in the same place 1905, and Alberta and Saskatchewan join Canada. Now, they want to get the hell out. They want to leave. That's where we're at. Do we want to join or do we want to leave? Do we want to stay? Do we want to go? What is it going to take to do either of those two? Because you have different sets of decisions whether you want to stay, whether you want to leave. The first thing that you have to do is heal a part of yourself. Something that really needs to be healed. Again, I go back to the phrase from the child's poem. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty Dumpty back together again. Is it broken permanently? I think yes. I don't think any country will look the same from here on out. I don't think United States will. I'm pretty sure Canada won't. especially when you got the Alberta Saskatchewan thing in 1905 when we're in the same Saturn and Aries situation. Something seriously has to be adjusted to fix, to make it useful, to make it operational. Can we do it? That's the big question. Let's go to the meme for today. Remember when conspiracy theorists were just people asking questions? Now they're labeled dangerous. How dare you notice patterns or timelines or connections or contradictions? You're not crazy. Pay attention. From the engineered weather, digital surveillance, global coincidences in weather, it's all happening in plain sight. Think. Question. Connect the dots. Use that Saturn and energy and mend your life wherever it needs to be mended. So, that in mind, let's take a step forward and let's go right direct to the tarot. Ten of Swords talks about being betrayed and victimized. He looks stabbed in the back. I think that's betrayal, and that's what's happened to virtually every person on the planet. Every government has abandoned them, walked away from them. They don't give a damn because they're working for the same people. The people who created the problem, they're working for the bankers. And as long as money is more important than people, yeah, you got big problems. Okay, you may get a good paycheck. What the hell kind of world are you living in? It's poison. The food is poisoned. They're trying to poison you. Some places they're out and out killing you. It's crazy. They say they want to reduce the population by 95%. They said, not us. WEF, Bill Gates. We want the population no more than 500 million people by 2030. Take a look around. Pay attention. There are conspiracies. It's not a theory anymore. Next one is the Knight of Cups. Knights always bring gifts. Cups is a sensitivity and introspective. You need to be sensitive to yourself. You need to go, hey, what the hell is it going to take to fix my life, to mend my life, to make it work for me? I've been betrayed. I've been victimized. I've had enough. That's what you are in search for right now with the Saturn in Aries. The final card is the Sun card. I love ending it with this. Clarity, illumination. There will be some clarity, some illumination. Many will not see it, but many others will. And just like the people who back in 1905 decided to join Canada, Alberta and Saskatchewan, they're now thinking of seriously leaving. It's not a game. Maybe that's what you have to do to some parts of your life, some people in your life. You have a chance to put the pieces back together. Humpty Dumpty can be put. Not going to look the same, not going to feel the same, not going to be the same. But you can make your life and yourself better. Start with you. Heal, mend where you need to. That's it for me. Time out. We're all done for today. Thank you very much, as usual, for being here again. Please like and subscribe. It is mucho important. I work very hard to give you some new insights, some new something every day that you can take with you so that you have more control over your life. And you're happier for it. So between now and the next time you and I do tarot together, and I hope it's real quick, please take care of yourself and blessings.